From the vast beauty of the Atlas Mountains to the chaos of Marrakesh, keep watching while we discover some of Morocco's hidden gems and hit the country's tourist hotspots. On this leg of our Morocco adventure, we visit two of the most popular spots in the country, the Atlas Mountains and Marrakesh. These destinations are quintessentially Moroccan. We felt like we were in another world wandering through the labyrinth of the Medina of Marrakesh, getting distracted by snake charmers and spice markets.
And the Atlas Mountains are a natural playground. We were blown away by the stunning Ouzoud Falls with its steep cascades and adorable local monkeys. And we also fell in love with Bin El Widiane, a hidden gem of the Atlas Mountains. One of the highlights of the trip was Ouzoud Falls, a famous waterfall located in the Atlas Mountains. It is one of the most popular and picturesque natural attractions in all of Morocco, and being only 150 kilometres northeast of Marrakesh, it is a super popular day trip destination for local Moroccan families to come play, swim and eat, and of course, also for tourists like us. It was such a lively atmosphere, with kids and families swimming in the river and paddle boats floating up closer to the waterfall. Despite the heat, we decided to save our swimming for the hotel pool, and spent most of our time enjoying the viewpoint closest to the waterfall and feeding the local monkeys. After Ouzoud Falls, we made our way to our Atlas Mountains accommodation, where we were staying at the incredible Widiane Resort. This hotel is positioned in one of the most wondrous and scenic locations that Grace and I have ever seen. It's nestled in the mountains and set on the shores of Lake Bin El Widiane, which is the largest reservoir in Morocco. This beautiful lake and surrounding red mountains create an incredibly stunning natural backdrop. The photos and videos seriously don't even come close to doing this place justice.
It is so breathtakingly beautiful.
It is absolutely incredible. The view out from our hotel room here, you've got this super glassy still lake, green trees, and then the red rock mountains. It is just so incredibly beautiful.
So special. We're really excited to just spend some time here by the pool, have a couple of cocktails and recharge.
It's been sort of go on the trip so far, so we're ready just to spend a couple of days, take a breath, recharge and relax for a little bit.
And we've got a really cool boat trip planned. The lake looks stunning, or the dam, and just to recharge for a couple of days before some busy time in Marrakesh.
We'll bring you along with us. The views from this pool are just ridiculous. Wow. These red, orange coloured mountains with the green and this lake that is just perfectly still this morning. It is unbelievable. Wow.
Such a special spot.
We're going to do a tour out on the lake this morning.
After spending a day enjoying the incredible view of Bin El Widiane, it was time to hop on a boat and see this turquoise blue dam up close. This boat trip was so amazing. The red landscape reflected in the stillness of the blue-green water was just overwhelmingly beautiful. Peter was brave enough for a dip, and we enjoyed a beer while spending an hour cruising around the dam.
After an amazing tour of the lake, we thought it was time to make the most of the luxurious amenities and cool off from the 40-degree weather. And what better way to do this than in one of the 3 hotel pools. Here we were also lucky enough to be able to order a couple of cocktails, which is quite rare in Morocco.
Coming down from the Atlas Mountains into Marrakesh, our guide stopped us in Azilal and asked if we were keen to see a local souk or market. We turned a corner and came across a huge open field full of trucks, tents and people. The market takes place every Thursday, and we were lucky enough that our guide was a local who could walk us around. Far from a tourist destination, the market gave us an insight into local life, and I was in awe at the organised chaos the whole hour that we spent here. They even had a donkey parking lot, where the local donkeys patiently waited for their families to carry the weekly grocery shop back home. So we've just stopped off at the city of Ifran, which was built by the French and the Americans, and it is so different to anywhere else we've been in Morocco. It has the best university, well, the most expensive university apparently in Morocco here, and it's also a ski town. It is very, very beautiful, quite reminiscent of a French ski village.
We were invited into a family home for a traditional Moroccan lunch, where I quickly got put to work making tea for the whole group. I first mixed in the tea leaves and mint before pouring the tea from as high as possible in the traditional way, but unfortunately I think I managed to get more on the table than I did in the cups, so I might need a little bit more practice. Lucky for everyone though, I definitely wasn't in charge of cooking the lunch. This was done by the family's aunt, grandmother and mother, who plated up a huge meal of slow-cooked chicken and couscous, which was absolutely delicious. Welcome to Marrakesh, the final stop on our Moroccan adventure.
It is so beautiful here. It's such a vibrant city. It's the red city of Morocco and the most colourful city apparently.
And the most touristy, I'd say, as well. It's certainly full of tourists here compared to some of the other spots we've been in Morocco, but it is so lively and vibrant.
So we've got a walking tour planned and we're going to visit a couple of gardens.
Maybe see some snake charming.
Yes, we feel very safe and secure here. We don't feel like the odd ones out like we have a little bit elsewhere in Morocco. Not that we have felt unsafe anywhere. There's just a lot of tourists in Marrakesh.
We're excited. It's lively. It's fun. Go enjoy our time here.
We'll bring you along with us.
Our first stop in Marrakesh was Le Jardin Secret. This spot is a tranquil oasis nestled right at the heart of Marrakesh's historic Medina. We explored both the exotic garden and the Islamic garden. This was definitely a must-visit destination and gave us some much-needed respite from the chaos and heat of the Medina.
We checked into our hotel in Marrakesh, which was another traditional riad. While the third floor room wasn't ideal for our heavy suitcases, we absolutely loved the rooftop terrace and pool.
The Marrakesh Medina, also known as the Old City, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a fantastic example of the rich history and culture of Morocco. Enclosed within its iconic red city walls, this labyrinth maze of narrow streets, bustling souks and ancient architecture is a total sensory overload, with the smells of the spices and the haggling of the street vendors. The heart of the Medina lies in Jamar el Fanar, a bustling square completely teeming with food stalls, snake charmers, entertainers, and a heaving night market that comes alive after sunset.
I didn't realise that snake charming was actually a thing. We certainly kept our distance from the king cobras, even though we were told that they've all been defanged. Just be aware that if you take a photo or video, they'll quickly come over asking you for money, so make sure you have a note or two prepared.
For our first night in Marrakesh, we visited a restaurant that I had been looking forward to the whole time that we were in Morocco, Nomad. The rooftop terrace of this restaurant was absolutely spectacular, and the food was some of the best that we tried on our whole trip. This was a really romantic spot and is a must visit when in the city.
Good morning, we're here at Jardin Majorelle in Marrakesh.
It's such a beautiful garden here.
It was created in the 1920s by Jacques Majorelle and then was once owned by Yves Saint Laurent and his partner.
Which they've got the memorial here for both Yves Saint Laurent and the partner as well, but it's such a beautiful garden. We've come here right when it opened at 8 a.m, so there's only sort of half a dozen other people walking through the gardens. It'll get super busy later on, so this is such a good way to enjoy it, just with a bit of space and time to enjoy the gardens.
Yeah, it's super relaxing and tranquil here, which I'm sure won't be the case later. And we've had some really nice photos with the beautiful cubist house behind us.
very peaceful, sitting on a chair, listening to the birds and a cool breeze blowing through. It's a very good start to the morning. The Bahia Palace was once the residence of the Grand Vizier. With intricately decorated courtyards, lush gardens and opulent interiors, it offers a glimpse into the country's royal heritage and artistry. I always find it interesting to hear about the harem of wives and all of the different sections of the palace to house them. I only have a 2-bedroom apartment, so I'm really not sure where my second wife is going to go. Maybe Grace will be happy with bunk beds. Our next stop was Koutoubia Herbal. Morocco has a rich tradition of using natural remedies and herbal medicines in conjunction with Western medicine. In this shop, we were shown a wide array of natural products, from argan oil for nourishing skin and hair, rose water to be used as an anti-inflammatory, and aloe vera for its skin healing and soothing properties. I also took the opportunity to get a back massage, because if someone offers me a back massage for $5, I'm always going to say yes.
We had a quick lunch break and stopped off at a restaurant that has to be one of the most beautiful spots we ate at in Morocco, called Le Jardin. Owned by the same group that owns Nomad, we knew that the food would be a hit. Our meal was amazing and the garden was a great place to rest our feet after a long day of walking.
We loved everything about our time in Morocco. The rural, isolated but ridiculously picturesque Atlas Mountains felt like such a juxtaposition to our time in the heavily populated and touristy city of Marrakesh, but they were both so special in their own way. The natural beauty of Ouzoud Falls and Lake Bin El Widiane was so memorable, and the hustle and vibrant colours and aromas of Marrakesh were absolutely captivating. We can certainly understand why these are two of the most popular Moroccan spots to visit. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't seen our other Moroccan adventures, please check out the videos and don't forget to subscribe.